There have been some major movements in the altcoin world, some as much as 7xing in the past month. So I'm going to talk about what coins did what in the past month and what XRP did and what even some of the most pro XRP holders are saying on the Twitter/X world that might shock you. Because after all, it is the only cryptocurrency with legal and regulatory clarity in the United States. Why has XRP not 7x? We're going to take a look at some of what AI has to say about XRP and its future value. Also, we're going to be taking a look at some of the news coming out around a spot Bitcoin ETF approval, what to look for, because in my opinion, there is a bellwether date that you need to take a look at in terms of a Bitcoin ETF and what that says about the rest of the cryptocurrency world, in terms of what the rest of the cryptocurrency world is thinking about regarding, is this the start of a new bull run or not? Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind. Right now on this channel, we are talking about cryptocurrency, news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all these topics interest you, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, join the Late Night Grind community. If you do a couple things, I'd appreciate it. Smash the thumbs up button. Watch this video all the way to the end. These really are the two best things you can do to support a YouTube channel. So if you do that, I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. Let's jump into it. Okay, so first I want to start off by talking about some of these altcoin moves because some of them are absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to talk about a spot Bitcoin ETF and how that could be affecting some of this altcoin market and what's next for the future. So if you haven't been paying attention, Solana has been front running the rest of the market, going up to $104 as of the making of this video and currently climbing. That is monumental. Some people saw it coming, others did not. Now, Solana has been known as an Ethereum killer for a long time, but they've had their own issues, notably when their blockchain was halted or suspended 7 different times. Doesn't exactly give a lot of confidence, but nonetheless, right now, they are front running the market, and they're not the only one. Cowen, which is a small altcoin that I've talked about on this channel, has already doubled. In fact, it had tripled as of about a week ago. It pulled back a little bit since then. AVAX has 4x'd in the last month and a half. Cardano has nearly 3x'd in the past month. And some altcoins, INJ has tripled, and one known as TIA, TIA, has 7x'd in just the past month. And of course, you have a meme coin known as Bonk that's gone absolutely parabolic. Ethereum has increased. So why hasn't XRP increased? Shouldn't it be 3xing, 2xing, or even up 50% at this point? Well, nobody really knows. A lot of people are talking about market manipulation, suppression, but why isn't it going up? Because it's the only crypto with legal and regulatory clarity in the United States. So shouldn't it have the green light in terms of institutional adoption, global growth, things like that? Well, as Ripple stands right now, yes, that is all great news for Ripple's business model. In fact, they're taking their global business, and it is, in every single day, there's some news out about new partnerships, new remittance programs, new companies doing payments, cross-border payments, using the ODL, using XRP. So there was a writer at Crypto Globe, and he asked Bard, which is Google's new AI software, about this matter. So we're going to see what some AI had to say about it. So recently, the prices that were speculated for XRP have been $1, $3, and $5. And my question is, what happened to the $15, the $27, and the $100 XRP that's been talked about by so many people, including this channel, once it got its regulatory clarity? Well, here's what Bard, Google's AI, had to say. Now, it said $1 could be feasible if it attains these 3 things. One is regulatory clarity. Check. Number 2 would be a general market upswing. Well, for the past year or so, check. And how about some financial partnerships? Well, obviously Ripple is taking care of that on their end. There's a lot more institutions and countries and even CBDC, central bank digital currencies, getting in on the mix in terms of partnerships, trials, and whatnot with Ripple using XRP. So $1, check. Well, how about $3? Well, the speculation was to get to $3 that XRP would have to have a much wider global adoption in terms of retail payments, but also it mentioned some upgrades to the XRP ledger that would attract new developers and thus new applications, new companies, and new uses for XRP. Again, I don't exactly agree with that. I think a lot of that's already been taken care of. There is a ton of development going on in the XRP ledger in the background, a lot of which doesn't necessarily make mainstream headlines because it doesn't involve the word ETF. Now, Bard also speculated that to get to $5, it would need something along the lines of central bank digital currency integration along with remittance programs. Well, you could almost check both of those because what Ripple is doing, making partnerships with different countries. In fact, several are doing trials of central bank digital currencies, along with a lot of the partnerships that I've been announcing on this channel, along with several others that have followed the Ripple versus the SEC case. a lot of these remittance partners that they've been adding on for the past 3 years. In fact, it's well over 3 years since the SEC originally dropped their lawsuit against Ripple. Okay, so with all of those in check, why isn't XRP pumping? Shouldn't it have 3x by now along with some of the rest of the altcoin market? Or is it just kind of trending along with Bitcoin but at a lower level? Well, according to some chart analysts, XRP is about ready to pump. Now, if you believe in some of the charting patterns and some of the trading volumes, they're right. If you look at that chart, XRP is absolutely primed for a massive upward movement. Now, what is it waiting for? We don't know. That's where a lot of the market manipulation and speculation comes in. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Is XRP going to be one of the next ones that has a massive move? Because after all, I believe XRP will have its day in the sun coming very soon. But just how soon? Well, let's talk about Bitcoin and the spot ETFs. But before I do, I wanted to mention something. All of those altcoins that I mentioned at the beginning of this video that have been doing massive big time moves. And so if you are into trading, you're an active trader, you're a daily trader, you're looking to get into trading, or even just buying and holding through an exchange, you need to use Fairdesk, which is an exchange that I am partnered with here at the Late Night Grind. I would also suggest you try out the copy trading feature. This is where you can put your money in, and when a trader makes his own trades and makes profit, well, you basically share in that profit because it makes the same trade on your account. In fact, there's several traders that have been making tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, I saw 2 just before I started making this video, of which have made $12,000 just in the past week for their copy traders alone, on top of what they've made. So there are some unbelievable traders on Fairdesk right now. You can go and copy them. You can go and jump in. You can buy and sell XRP there as well. If that is what you are interested in, go. There's a link in the description down below. Also, for the top 3 new signups and depositors from this channel each week, there will be 3 of you. The top 3 will get $100 additional added to your account if you're one of the top 3 depositors, and if you deposit $100 or more, you will automatically get an additional $10 added to your account. This is where I look at the copy trading, who is doing good, and is where I follow a lot of these altcoins in terms of who is making some crazy gains trading some of these altcoins. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're jumping into some of these altcoins or not. And of course, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. There are many, many risks to doing any trading or any holding of cryptocurrencies whatsoever. Okay, so finally, let's talk about Bitcoin, the spot ETF, and some timing that I want you guys to be aware of because it's something I am personally going to be watching. Now, the news that revolves around the Bitcoin ETF is that it's probably going to get approved. Now, that is just speculation. That's just analysis that's based on several things that companies like Bitwise and Hashdex, which are 2 companies that have filed applications to get spot Bitcoin ETFs approved, they both came out with TV commercials. Now, if that doesn't say bullish, I don't know what does. But nonetheless, I have seen them on YouTube channels. I've seen them on X, on social media. The one with Bitwise featured the most interesting man in the world. It was kind of a cringe commercial, but nonetheless, the word is getting out there. Now, in some of the analysis predictions, they say there's about a 90% chance that a Bitcoin ETF will get approved by January 10th. Now, if you're asking my opinion, if it is going to be if there's going to be any approvals, it will most likely start with BlackRock's. That is going to be the bellwether one to watch for. If it gets approved, it's going to be getting approved first. Now, if none of them get approved by that date, I want you to keep an eye on something, and that is Sunday, February 11th. What is that? Well, here in the United States, that is Super Bowl Sunday. What happens on Super Bowl Sunday? Commercials happen. And if you remember several years ago, Matt Damon and many other crypto companies were, of course, blasting their name, their company all to the world to get people on exchanges, introducing them to the world of cryptocurrencies, that happening right before the massive crash. Now we're on the precipice of what many are saying is a huge bull run. The Bitcoin halving is coming up in April. XRP got its regulatory clarity. There could be spot ETF approvals, multiple approvals coming up. And if it's not approved by Super Bowl Sunday, in my opinion, you could be looking at something very shortly after. And this is what some people say could be partially triggering the retail interest in the next bull run, because there's going to be a lot more retail interest in this one than there are previous ones, which has happened every single cycle since Bitcoin's inception. And of course, you have the Fed now talking about next year raising rates is probably not going to happen. In fact, they're probably talking about potentially lowering rates. Yes, that's right. In a battle of big money versus the Fed, the big money placed their money into the markets thinking that the Fed is going to have to reverse course and lower rates next year because mathematically they have to or face dire consequences. Well, right now it looks like big money is winning as the Fed, Jerome Powell's last speech said he's probably going to be looking at easing rates next year. That's only going to make the money flow even easier. Things like assets, stocks, securities, crypto will absolutely explode, or at least continue on its bull run into 2025. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Also, I have one final question. If you've watched this video all the way to the end, I'm considering getting back into making daily YouTube content, daily videos or close to it, maybe 5 days a week. We'll see. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to jump back into that and give you the daily news and headlines on the crypto markets. If that's the case, just type yes in the comment section below. All right, guys, thank you so much for following me on YouTube. You can also follow me on X. I'm going to put a link in the description below. You can follow me there, have a conversation with me there about any or all these topics. And like I said, if you're interested in trading, go to Fairdesk and sign up right now. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.